European experience is something that is obviously it's the next level. I think it's great really that the old Highbury, the stadium, can see that, have those fixtures and still have them before we go to the new stadium. So they're special nights also. I think in recent years we've played against teams that have made the final, so we know that we're good enough. But again, you need that luck.
I read a quote from you earlier this season where you said that this was the best Arsenal squad you played with in your time here, which is over 10 years since you came back here. Do you really believe that's the case?
Without doubt. I mean, we train now in 11v11, and it's probably the best 22 players that I can remember. There's 2 players for every position, and it's the flick of a coin really who plays. So without doubt, it's the best squad. Whether it becomes the most successful remains to be seen, and we've done nothing yet. I think our feet are firmly on the ground. Obviously we believe that we can win it. We're not saying we're going to win it. Everyone else is probably thinking the same way. But if we keep performing as we are, I see no reason why we can't. It can't be our year. But we'll have to wait and see.
Where does Thierry Henry rate in terms of strikers that you've played with?
Well, he's an outstanding footballer, and he came here with 1 or 2 problems from Italy, and didn't speak the language. But he's a fantastic learner. He learned to speak English within 2 weeks, and learnt to be a centre forward within 6 months, and one of the best in the world. He's got everything he needs to be an outstanding footballer. He just needs to keep wanting to do it, and he's got goals to achieve. He wants to be a top player. You can see that, but we just hope he keeps going for us.
The hat-trick he scored for you in Roma, the Champions League recently, just sort of underlines his importance. That was a fantastic performance, and what now looks, in the context of the group, a really important win.
That's a difficult group, and we're in a group where anyone can still qualify. You do need the luck of the draw. We found ourselves in a difficult draw, a difficult group, and hope.
He's an elusive man, Robert Pires, both on and off the pitch. In fact, the only way to get to chat to him these days is to come along to a book signing in North London and join the queue.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Ma fille, demain, 21 ans.
Finalement. Pouvez-vous écrire votre nom ici, à Damien?
Damien?
Can I ask you some questions, Robert? Robert, after the draw against Roma, where does that leave Arsenal's hopes of progressing in the Champions League?
C'est dommage parce que sur ce dernier match, on aurait aimé gagner pour nous, pour le public d'Highbury. Donc c'est un résultat qui est un peu frustrant. Mais bon, vous savez, même avec une victoire hier soir, on ne serait pas encore qualifié directement. Donc aujourd'hui, il nous manque un point. J'espère qu'on va l'obtenir la semaine prochaine à Valence.
Why have Arsenal found things difficult in the Champions League? The defences on the continent seem to have worked out how to defend well against you.
Je pense qu'il y a deux visages à Arsenal. Le premier, c'est celui qu'il y a en championnat où, à domicile, on gagne pratiquement tous nos matchs. Dès qu'on mène au score, on réussit à préserver ce résultat. En Champions League, on joue sur des équipes, vous savez, qui, dès qu'elles viennent à Highbury, se mettent toutes derrière. Elles attendent, elles procèdent par contre. Et on a du mal à développer notre jeu et notre football.
We knew it was going to be down to the last game, but we'll be in the last 8, no worries.
If we put our domestic player into a Champions League, we'll do well.
I've got faith in the boys to do in Valencia. You know, Arsenal when the back's against the wall, we need to get a result. Liverpool 1989, away Man U last season, we can do Valencia.
Sir Alex Ferguson, the Manchester United manager, says the Arsenal players are arrogant. What do you say to that? Is he just playing games?
Bah, vous savez, je pense que M. Ferguson essaye de nous déconcentrer en disant des choses comme ça, en disant que Arsenal, son entraîneur, ses joueurs, ce sont des joueurs arrogants. Bah, s'il le prend comme ça, tant mieux pour lui. Et moi, vous savez, moi, je ne vais pas rentrer dans une polémique avec Ferguson ou avec les joueurs de Manchester. Il y a Manchester, c'est une très belle équipe, qu'il s'occupe de son équipe. Il y a Arsenal, il y a Arsène Wenger, qui lui s'occupe de ses joueurs. Voilà, c'est tout. Maintenant, on fera un bilan au mois de mai. Mais moi, je pense qu'il essaie de nous déconcentrer.
At Highbury, what language do the players speak among themselves?
English.
English?
Yes.
But not you?
Yes. Yes, I understand. But I don't practice. I practice always French.
You
But-
sound pretty good to me.
Yeah, I understand. No problem. But on the pitch, the #1 language is English.
We thought after Bergkamp there will be no one with that sort of magical presence, but Robert Pires is just a different flow.
He's the best footballer in the world. He's speed and agility and, well, of course, he's very good looking.
Ace is brilliant. He's amazing. He's definitely the best player in Europe at the moment.
J'ai la chance de jouer dans un grand club qui s'appelle Arsenal, qui est premier en championnat, qui est premier en Champions League, qui est toujours qualifié en FA Cup. Donc tout va bien. Il sera difficile de gagner les trois, c'est vrai, mais on en a la possibilité, donc on va se battre jusqu'au bout.
You said recently that Arsenal are the new Real Madrid.
Vu la qualité qu'il y a à Arsenal, moi je pense que cette équipe fait partie des meilleures d'Europe. Mais c'est pas de l'arrogance. Peut-être parce que M. Ferguson a lu ça, mais ça c'est mon avis, ça ne regarde que moi. Si lui il n'est pas d'accord, il n'est pas d'accord. Mais bon, moi je le pense.
Do comments that Sir Alex Ferguson makes, do you think they get through to dressing rooms? Do you think they've got through to the Arsenal dressing room?
Well, I think the media possibly make more of it, and obviously the message does get through to the dressing room at Arsenal. But I think you're talking about top quality players, and they played at the highest level and week in, week out. And I don't think they would allow comments that Sir Alex makes to affect them. But I think Sir Alex just enjoys that side of the game.
What do you think about this, Mark? Sort of, and you, Peter? You're
I think they must laugh.
very competitive.
They laugh at it, don't they? Because what are they? They've got a chance of being in the cup final, chance of winning the league, chance of winning the Champions League. All the players they've got, they just pick the paper. Probably don't even pick the paper and go, oh, he's at it again.
Yeah, I think Sir Alex is a tongue-in-cheek comment, because Sir Alex Ferguson knows all about football. He knows that Perez and Vieira and Henry are great players. Don't worry about that. I mean, he can't pick a winner, but he'll tell you what he knows about players.
And I tell you what as well, there is a defining month coming up for Arsenal. And for whatever you say, if someone loses a game and someone else wins a game, given that they're going to play each other at the end of this 32-day period where there's 8 games there.
So, in all honesty, this is what you'd want at the start. If you start the season and you said to these two fellas here, manager of Premier League teams, these are the games you're going to be involved throughout March and April, you'd be absolutely delighted. And you expect from March onwards, if you're a successful team, for the games to come thick and fast. The bigger, the better.
Spot on. Spot on. Yeah, that's what you look forward to. I mean, when I played, and certainly Mark will tell you, and, hey, these games, when we used to play the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United, fantastic games. The fans wanted to see them. We wanted to win them. It's what football's all about.
Martin Keown was commander-in-chief of Arsenal's defence against Roma. Had they held firm, this would have been the Gunners' first home win in 5. Patrick Vieira had given them a head start. Italians were rattled. Francesco Totti stood up to Keown. He was put down by the referee. But even with the officials watching him, Totti took his eye off the ball and took aim at the Arsenal defender. UEFA will review the incident, including Keown's reaction. Totti saw red, so did his manager. Fabio Capello called Keown a fantastic actor. Arsene Wenger was more concerned by the second scene, just before the interval. Antonio Cassano was found and finished with equal class. So Arsenal still have work to do to claim a place in the quarter-finals. Against 10 men, Robert Pires found space to show his pace, but the shot was off target. His miss was followed by a linesman's slip. And while the referee's assistants recovered well, Arsenal's defence were less quick to regain position. They were let off by Vincenzo Montella's header. It was hard to believe.
I have a great belief in this team, and I have a great belief in the strength of this team, and we'll show that next week.
A point in Valencia will do it for Arsenal. If they lose, they need Ajax to do the same.
So there you have it, a summary of what needs to happen next week if those two are to go through to the quarter-finals. Really, it's Newcastle who've put the situation out of their hands and made it a bit more difficult for themselves. But Arsenal, Ali, you know, no easy task, because obviously out there, Valencia have a very, very good record at home. They've only lost once in the Champions League, never, ever been beaten by an English side.
Well, that's one of the probably most feared place in Europe. You just don't want to go there to have to get anything. Having said that, I think Arsenal have got the armour that they can go and get a point. But it's a tough place to go to. Valencia at home is a bright